Welcome back to the Airborne Podcast. I'm your host, G.O.A.T. I'm back with another lit video. You saw that championship bling right there. I mean, I don't got to tell you twice. We're the 2019 champions. That's all that matters when it comes to our history. But I do want to talk about someone that's been part of our Raptors organization for a really long time, someone that's been rumored in many trades for the past few years. Well, not past few years, but past couple of years, ever since we won the championship, because they thought that we were going to be in a rebuild mode based on the players we lost in both off seasons. And we know who we're talking about. As Brav said last video, the G.O.A.T. G.R.O.A.T. That's Kyle Lowry. So without further ado, let's get started with the trade talks. And let's talk about the pros and cons with the teams that want him and the teams we should trade him to and the teams we shouldn't trade him to. And let's start off with the current team we just lost a game to, and that's the Miami Heat. Obviously, we know they got Dragic, who just signed a new deal with them, but they're still looking for that point guard, I think, in the starting role that can replace Kendrick Nunn when it comes to playoff time. A guy that has that championship experience, a guy that can hit those clutch shots, even though he was like way off playoff P at the beginning of his playoff run with us, where he would miss shots and he wasn't clutch in crunch time.
Yeah.
That 2019 run really showed how much he's stepped up, even though at the beginning of the run, he kind of had his ups and downs. But as we got deeper in the playoffs, he got better in the playoffs. And, he's definitely a player a lot of playoff teams, would want on their roster. A team that would definitely, that could use him in crucial moments, obviously. And I want to start with you, Bravs. What do you think about Miami, potentially trading for him?
Honestly, I think getting Kyle Lowry in Miami would fit. Like, he would be a good fit on that team. They already have a good chemistry between Jimmy and Kyle, so they'll merge real quick. There won't be any bad blood. It'll be a quick, start off, if that makes sense, right?
You think he's a player? He's sorry to cut you off, but like a player that could instantly gel with their culture and their team.
Because there's been rumors in the past where Jimmy Butler has issues with their team, right? Like with Minnie and then in Philly, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not too sure exactly the drama behind that, but I know that there was drama in those two past teams of his. So I think Kyle Lowry will merge well with him. So there wouldn't be no issues there. And also I think just Kyle Lowry's leadership and court awareness would bring a huge asset to that squad.
I think with the Minnesota and Philadelphia issues with Jimmy was in Minnesota, those guys didn't want to win like he did. Yeah. So he had an issue with them. And then in Philly, he just wanted to be treated equally like the rest of the guys because he felt like even though he wasn't as talented as them, he felt like he brought a lot to the table that could help them take him to the next level. And they almost beat us in that 7-game series. Like if it wasn't for him stepping up, they wouldn't have had a shot because Joel Embiid was playing like ass the whole time. Like he was so inconsistent. Jimmy was the one that stepped it up after game 2 and literally almost won the series for them. But we got 100%. The lucky bounce to win the series.
No, 100%.
And with Kyle Lowry, him and Jimmy, obviously they've been friends for a long time. They're pretty close. And, Jimmy loves the culture in Miami. He's obviously the star player. And Kyle Lowry knows how to take a backseat to a star player because he's done it with Kawhi Leonard already.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think there'd be an issue there. And, Miami Heat culture it's pretty out there like the Toronto Raptors. They got that positive impact on all their players. All people buy in. And I do feel like he would be a serious asset there and definitely would help them, make a deep run in the playoffs. But I don't want to just talk about the Miami Heat side. I want to talk about how it would benefit the Raptors. So what type of players would you want to see back in that trade coming to us that we could maybe develop and get potentially with our player development, grow into like another future star player?
Miami Heat. I don't know. I feel like if we're missing bigs, right? Obviously they won't give up Bam. Obviously they won't give up Duncan Robinson. Well, you never know, right? But again, we don't need Duncan Robinson. I I don't know. I don't know Miami's Heat like bench too well.
I'll tell you exactly. I'll throw it to my brother right for a second. Okay,
Okay,
these
so
are three players that I potentially think they're going to have to part ways with. Not all of them, but three for sure that the
Mhm.
Raptors are going to ask for if this trade was to happen. It would be Kendrick Nunn, Tyler Hero, and Duncan Robinson. That's where the price is going to start with maybe some future picks. But
Yeah,
I
but we
don't.
don't need those guys though, cause Kendrick Nunn. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Kendrick Nunn, so I don't know about Kendrick Nunn. But Tyler Hero, like, yeah, he's another point guard. We don't need another point guard, right? We got,
He's a combo guard. He's a shooting guard that they try to
yeah,
learn how to play point guard.
yeah,
They
sure.
push the point guard to kind of play that role for them. But yeah, you're right. I mean, but he's a shooter, right? For us, our inconsistency throughout the season's been rebounding and 3-point shooting, right? And Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson definitely bring that. I don't know if they're going to part ways with those two guys, but I know for a fact that that's where the definitely the price starts for us if
I
we're going to
don't.
trade a guy like Lowry.
I feel like what's it called? From the packages I've seen, from Miami, I don't think I've seen Tyler Hero in any of those packages.
Mhm.
But if they were able to part ways with Tyler Hero, I'd be up for it because Tyler Hero, what he did in the playoffs in the
Yeah.
bubble, it was exceptional. Like in the finals too.
Yeah.
Like he's the type of guy that could fit in our system, and he could be that. I don't know. Who knows? He could turn into an all-star. Who knows? Who knows if he could do that, right? But all in all, like what Browse was saying about Kyle Lowry, the fitting, like the fitting is there. Like you too, you said it's good. Like I feel like Jimmy and Kyle Lowry would fit so well together. It's like Demar and Lowry together. Like they're both. I feel like Jimmy and Lowry are both bulldogs, and they could both like feed off of each other because their
They're two pit.
mentalities.
They're
Yeah,
two
they're two
pit bulls.
Yeah,
Two pit.
they can both feed off of each other. Like
Mhm.
I feel like it's a good fit, but for us, I don't feel like we're getting enough back in return.
So you're saying Miami? If you
No.
were the Raptors, if you were Bobby Webster, Masai Ujiri, you wouldn't do that trade with Miami.
No, there's
I would
not.
look
Yeah.
elsewhere, honestly.
Cause like
Yeah,
one more thing before we go on, I was gonna say like I forgot Andre Iguodala was on that squad, right? And even like Kelly Olynyk, right?
I was
Kelly
gonna say
Olynyk,
those guys are gonna have to go maybe be in the package to match the
Yeah,
salaries.
sure,
yeah,
no, for sure. So like, cause like Andre Iguodala would be like I would want him, just cause like he'll be in like his leadership swap between Larry and him coming on board will be a swap for Kyle Lowry in terms of leadership, right?
mhm,
His knowledge, his guidance, all that stuff. But yeah, like
yeah,
what Nugent said, like I guess they don't have enough assets that will help us fix. You know what I mean? It won't be a fair trade. So
Yeah,
like,
they don't have the young talent that they're willing to split ways with that would benefit us.
in the long
Especially
run.
if Bam was in that trade, you'd be down, right?
100%.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Yeah, but they're not gonna
100%.
do that. That's a centerpiece that they're gonna want to keep. That they're not gonna move on from. All right, so we talked about Kelly Olynyk, Andre Iguodala being in that package because to match salaries and whatnot. But you guys are not okay with getting Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, or Kendrick Nunn in the package.
No, I'm down for Tyler Hero. If it was a package with Tyler Hero, Iguodala, and like Kelly Olynyk in a pick,
Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'd be okay with that.
that seems like a pretty decent
Yeah,
package for Lowry,
Yeah.
especially
yeah.
on an expiring contract. But yeah. All right, on to the next team then. I don't think you guys are gonna like this one any better than the one we just talked about, but the LA Clippers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
nah, he ain't going there.
no,
Or give
no.
us back Serge.
Yeah, bro, like I feel like any team Larry goes to, it's gonna work out for him because like
Yeah, he's a floor
his
general
impact,
that knows what
yeah,
to do.
yeah, his impact in the game will just like it's
His
incredible. Like
his
yeah,
IQ is like on Rondo and LeBron's level. Like
yeah,
it's that
yeah,
level.
Yeah.
like he
But yo,
yeah,
if we get like Batum or even like Patrick Beverly, I wouldn't even
yeah,
mind that. Yo,
yeah. I'm down to
bring that guy
yeah,
to
I'm
the
down.
squad.
But
I'm
those
down
are
to
young
do a
assets though.
yeah. I'm down to do a thing. I'm
But
down to
they're
do
not
a.
young assets though. They
Yeah,
don't got
I know. I'm just saying like I wouldn't mind Patrick Beverly in our squad.
okay. I mean,
I'm down
uh,
to do a 1-for-1 swap for Kawhi
Bring
Kawhi,
give us Kawhi.
Kawhi
and
Leonard.
bring Kawhi back to the Tito. Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
Oh, or give back
No.
Serge. Give us Serge back.
You know what's happened since Kawhi's been on a team, right? He's been slowly breaking apart our team.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
true.
If Larry goes there somehow for absolutely no
No,
reason, I'm gonna get pissed.
no.
Yo, what?
I don't see any players on that roster that would
You know what's
entice us
funny?
to
Sorry, I'm
make
gonna
this
cut you
trade
off.
happen.
But you know what's
Yeah, no,
funny? We
Yeah.
had there's I think 4 or 5 ex-Raptors on the LA Clippers.
Yeah, Patrick
Yeah.
Patterson, Lou Williams, Kawhi Leonard, Serge Ibaka. Who was that? I feel like there's one more person. Is there? No.
No, it's 4. It's
no,
4. It's 4.
it's 4.
Yeah, 4 ex-Raptors.
Patrick Patterson,
Lou
he's been
Will, Patrick
those,
Patterson,
are,
Lou Will, Ibaka, and Kawhi.
those guys are trying to win. Lou Will and Patrick Patterson are trying to win a ring so badly,
Weird.
just to like kind of rub it back in the Raptors' face because they won the championship. The organization won a championship before them too.
Weird.
And Lou Will, remember the video from last year? Lou Will and Patrick Beverly at the casino,
Yeah,
hyping up when Paul George and Kawhi signed. Okay.
You remember that? That's what they did, right? That's
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
what they did in the video.
I was confused for a second. I thought you were telling me to
But
stay quiet.
Lou Will's about to get traded though.
Remember even Patrick Beverly though, even in the when the season started when they played Golden State Warriors, he's like, you guys had the last 5 years, it's our turn now.
Yeah.
It's like stuff like that. And I honestly think that as much as I would love Lowry to win another ring, it's not going to benefit us trading him to the Clippers because they don't got that young asset that stands out, that we would be interested in. I do want to move on to the next.
Wait, sorry. Before you finish, what's it called? There's one player that I wouldn't mind, but it's not enough for the trade to happen.
Terrence
But it's Zubac. No, Zubac.
Zubac.
Oh yeah, Zubac.
Like I wouldn't mind having him. Like he's a
for Lowry though.
No, not just him, but like that's what I'm saying. There's not enough pieces for them to even make a trade happen. You know,
Zubac was somebody we could have drafted in the draft.
Yeah.
How about that Canadian guy that they got? Mufondu something. That Canadian guy.
Yeah, the Canadian power forward or something.
Yeah, he's like I haven't been following him too much as I used to, but I think if he comes out, obviously he won't be worth Kyle Lowry. I'm just saying if we do get him in a package or some stuff, we can like develop him, right? But again, I don't know.
I think 2 players. This is something randomly off topic, but 3 players we should keep on the radar moving forward for a young core is Luke Dort from OKC, Shea Alexander, and Jamal Murray. Those are 3 guys we need to keep.
Yeah.
Those are 3 guys for the future, but that's just something I want to throw out there since we're talking about trades and free agent signings. But since Clippers have nothing to offer us, there's no point of being on this topic anymore with them.
Yeah.
One match that's made in perfect match made in heaven is we send Kyle Lowry back home to Philly, and we get guys like Matisse Thybulle.
Disable?
Tom Thibodeau. No, you said it. You messed it up so many times now. I'm messing it up.
Right.
Matisse Thybulle and who else is there? Who's the other guy? Oh, Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey. Yeah, that's where the talks should start with Philly for Kyle Lowry.
You think they'll give up Tobias Harris? You think they will?
Do I think they will? Maybe, because that takes a lot of money off their books. But
I feel like a third team would be involved, right?
More than likely. And on top of that, I feel like they wouldn't put Tobias there because he's playing so well, and they want like as much talent on that starting lineup, just to compete in the East, especially with the team like Brooklyn there. When they're fully healthy, even though the bench is very thin, I mean, their 3 offensive players are the best offensive players in the league, arguably, but definitely in the East. Like, they got the best finishers in the East and clutch players. And I feel like Philly, I don't think they'll give up Tobias, but 3 players, if they're willing to split ways with Thybulle and Seth Curry and Maxey, I'd take that.
100%. I would too.
Yeah.
Those 3 players, I don't know how they're going to match his salary. It's going to be probably somebody else.
Then we should trade Seth Curry right away then.
No. Seth Curry is still pretty young, bro. He's only 30.
Yeah, I know, but like, we don't need another point guard, man. That's my thing.
He's not a point
guard. Shooting guard. He's a shooting guard.
We don't need.
We get a solid shooter like him, we can flip Norman Powell for even better assets.
Yeah.
Shit, my heart's like, yo, Norman Powell?
Bro, he's on the fence. He's right now playing solid. So like
his stock is like
like at the beginning of the year,
him at his highest.
At the beginning of the year we were talking about trading, but he was coming off the bench and playing like ass, so we weren't able to bring his value up.
Yeah.
But now that his value is fully up, bro, like I would flip him. Like, tell me you're not gonna flip him.
It's hard to flip them because they've been on the team for so long, and they've
And
done
Curry
so
doesn't.
much.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No, like they've done so much for us, so like it's kind of hard to let go of them. But like it's a business. You
Yeah,
gotta
this
do
is
what you gotta do.
yeah,
Right?
All I'm saying right now is if Larry really does want to go home, because the whole reason we started this video was because of the rumors that came out about Kyle Lowry wanting to go back home, right? Because of the way that our season's going right now. He wants to come. It's a win-win situation for him. He goes home to his hometown. He goes back to Philly, and on top of that, he's competing for a championship. And with Kyle Lowry on that team, they could definitely compete with Brooklyn.
With
100%.
Embiid having an MVP season, yeah.
Did you see that nasty step back he had?
Yeah, I know.
Bro, he's shooting shots like James Harden. It's crazy.
Yo, Embiid has stepped up so much this year. So much. Playing with a chip on his back, yo.
Playing disgusting, yeah. Like except against the Raptors, but aside from that, he's good.
Yeah.
Yo, was it Embiid against us who had that like nasty back like floater 3-pointer like from like not
Yeah,
half
yeah,
court, but, like,
The step back over Beans, right?
yeah, I forget what it was, but like and he banked it.
He also had like a little Hakeem Shake layup on Boucher. But you know, Lowry. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, this is probably like the best. Like, even though I want to see like Philly get another player from us, like a player from us, like Lowry. I mean, the players they have, the young talent they have to offer for a trade, like it's how is it like it's gonna be hard to pass that, right?
Yeah. What I was gonna say was with Philly, this would be the dream move for them, especially heading into these playoffs, because Ben Simmons with Joel Embiid sometimes staying outside the arc. Ben Simmons obviously can have his own space to play with, right? And with Lowry being the passer he is, Ben Simmons could literally post up, do whatever he wants, with Lowry also spreading the floor, you know?
So wait, Simmons would be playing the 3, right?
Simmons would probably be sharing the point guard role with Lowry, but he could definitely play the 4, especially with Seth Curry if he's still on the team through the trade, and Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, if they're all spreading the floor. He has all the space in the world to play. Yeah, he can. He has all the space in the world to play the center position.
This is Larry's last year on his contract, right?
Yeah, he was on his last year, but then they gave him the extra year because he was talking shit about not playing or wanting to be traded if we didn't offer him another year.
Oh shit!
So they gave him another $30+ million contract. But yeah, this would be the dream scenario for Larry to go back home and win the championship or have a chance to win the championship. For us, I'm going to construct you a 6 scenario right now. So say Seth Curry is involved in that trade with Thibault or Maxey. So we got 2 young talents. We keep Seth Curry as a player off the bench. We trade Norman Powell for more assets. Then we sign Victor Oladipo in the offseason. Right? Fred VanVleet's still there. Pascal's still there. OG's still there developing another year. All we need to do is in the offseason sign a guy like Oladipo and get a decent center. If we sign DeMarcus, awesome. Drummond, awesome. Whatever. But, you know, our top 4 players is still intact, especially Oladipo. I know he wants to come to a team like the Raptors where the culture is there. Houston's not going to be the team where he's going to grow. He's not going to be on Houston for long because that team's developing. Oladipo is like our age. I think he's like turning 29. So, you know, he's still young. And I feel like, you know, him in the backcourt with VanVleet would be like crazy. Especially if you give him one more year to you know, get healthy, he's going to make the same comeback that Paul George made. Yeah. But out of those three teams we talked about so far, you would think that Philly would be the most sense, right? Because they have the assets, right?
Yeah.
Yo, what if like Chicago comes up and like, yo, we want Kyle Lowry.
But why would they do that? They're still young.
I know they're still young, but like I feel like a lot of these young teams need to be surrounded by like that one leader, that one person with playoff experience who can guide them. Like you know, when for us Kawhi came in, Kawhi like put these guys intact, right? So I don't know. I feel like a lot of young teams may go out and grab that one leader.
We'll get to Chicago for a quick second on your point, but I remember I was talking to my brother about this off camera. How you know, like on Bleacher Report on the Raptors account, it's like you have those little people like in the Raptors community talking about stuff, and I've seen the Philly fans saying, "Yo, give us Lowry, we'll give you Danny Green and a couple of picks," and I'm like, "Bro, what?
Bro, we don't want that. We take him.
Danny Green already won a championship with us and almost lost.
He's already blessing us up with He's already blessing us up on the team anyway.
He's doing better for us off our team than he is
I
on
know.
our
He's a
team.
double agent, yo. He's a double agent.
Exactly. And Danny Green, I mean, he's already won a chip with us. He almost costed us that year. We don't want him to mess up our rebuild now. But yeah, that just sounded so blasphemy to me that someone would actually think that that's something that our GM would do. Our GM is the number one finesser. How is he going to get finessed by a trade like that?
Word.
And back to your point about Chicago. I mean, I don't know why you're obsessed with Lauri Markkanen, because I know you want him in that draft trade.
I want him 100%. Him, Kobe White. If he and Kobe White too, boom. By that we will.
No, there's no way they're gonna give two of those guys.
They're not giving up two young pieces.
Either or.
It's probably Lauri Markkanen or Wendell Carter that they're willing to part ways with.
Yeah.
And we can get a veteran like Thaddeus Young in that pick in that trade to match salaries.
Otto Porter still?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out right now though.
He's been injury prone his whole career. I don't know if I know. We have OG. You don't want to stop his development, right?
Very true.
I'd give up Terrence Davis and Matt Thomas in some sort of trade.
Yeah.
They've been so inconsistent.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, like I'm down to. I told you guys this past video. Like shooters like JJ Redick, Wayne Ellington, Seth Curry, guys like that who can come off the bench and spark it up, and light it up, literally.
Yeah.
Like
that's. You can get PJ Tucker or something like that. I'll be down for that too.
Bring him back.
That's the thing, though. It depends on. What'd you say?
Bring him back for the third time.
Yeah, for sure. It's like, bro, you try to run away from us, we got you. Don't worry.
But what I was gonna say was, we were talking about not Peter. We're talking about what was it?
Chicago.
No, you just made a point.
Peter Tucker.
No, before Peter Tucker, you made a point about something. I was gonna.
The shooters.
About the shooters.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
so like the thing is like Matt Thomas has been benched like for like say 3 games and then they put him in, right? Like we're not helping him and then we're not helping his trade value, right? Like legit. Remember prior to the emergence of Stanley Johnson and like Wayne, who's it? Embry this season. Matt Thomas was our go-to and he was doing really well, right? And the moment.
Sorry, go on.
No. What I was saying was because we stopped relying on Matt Thomas and we put him in garbage minutes, he's like consistent because like he doesn't have that shot anymore.
You know what the crazy thing is? It's been so long, but he was coming off the bench before Norman Powell was at one point. He was our 6th man coming off the bench at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And we were losing like crazy. Matt Thomas, before Norman Powell was in the starting lineup, like at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Matt Thomas was the first person coming off the bench for us over Norman Powell.
Yeah.
And, when they're still trying to figure out who's best at what time to come in kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're trying to still figure it out. But, like, obviously now everyone knows, like, clearly who the best player is between all those guys at that time off the bench. It was Norman Powell from get-go. The only thing is, can he play like this off the bench?
Yeah.
He did last season. I don't know why he's tripping out this year. Maybe, I don't know. He couldn't. Sorry, what?
No, I was just saying he probably did all that just so he gets starting minutes.
Or he wasn't in a rhythm at the beginning of the season, and maybe if you bring him off the bench now, he might still be able to do what he does now. Because he's always going to be in the closing lineup because he's that lethal, right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got off topic about Kyle Lowry. The Raptors. When we talk about the Raptors, we get off topic all the time. But with Lowry, those are like some of the teams that really have assets to trade for. All the other teams are not in playoff, not even playoff contention, but in title contention. I don't think playoff teams are willing to trade for Lowry just because, unless they have absolutely no veterans on their team and they want like a leader to kind of bring everyone together.
That's what I'm saying, Chicago, yo.
So you're saying leave Levine and leave Lowry together, and they're not giving up Kobe White and Markkanen. I don't even think they'll give up Kobe White. It's like they'll probably give you Markkanen, but that's about it.
Yeah. No, I'm just talking shit, but yeah, no.
You really want Markkanen? We have Pascal.
Yo, I like Markkanen. I really do.
He can't play the center. He can't play defense, and he's too small for centers.
I know. Fuck.
He's like a poor man. He's like a poor man's Dirk Nowitzki.
No,
yeah, that's exactly what he is.
He just shoots.
That's even disrespectful to say that to Dirk Nowitzki.
He's a poor man though, so it's fine.
He was Dirk Nowitzki when he first came into the league. Actually, I think he's better than Dirk Nowitzki at that time. But do you guys have any other teams that you guys would think would make sense for the Raptors and the opposing team? Like, I don't care if they hustle.
New Orleans.
Who are they trading for New Orleans?
Jackson Haynes and probably like JJ Redick.
Oh yeah. Also, wait. Before you finish on that, I also heard they would send Kyle Lowry back to San Antonio with DeMar.
No way.
I seen on Bleacher Report.
Who are they gonna get from?
I don't know. I didn't say it, but as well as the Jakob Poeltl.
There's already 3 Raptors on that team. The Rudy Gay, DeMar DeRozan, and Jakob Poeltl.
Oh yeah.
Same with Denver too. Like I don't know why they put Denver.
With Denver. Oh, thank you for bringing that up. Denver.
RJ Hampton, bro.
RJ Hampton. Michael Porter Jr., RJ Hampton, Gary Harris, and a first-round pick.
RJ Hampton will be sick too.
Oh my god. Yeah,
that package is actually probably the best.
Yeah.
I would take that over the Philly package for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
RJ Hampton. Forgot about that.
RJ Hampton, Michael Porter Jr., Gary Harris, and a first-round pick.
Yo, would they trade Bobo though?
No.
Nah, man. But
I don't even want him.
But Bobo has like a few more years. He's like a Bruno, man.
But what position is Michael Porter Jr. playing? Because we got Norman, OG.
He's playing small forward and power forward, right?
Huh? What about OG and Pascal?
No. You just asked what position he's playing.
No. I know what position he plays. I'm saying
just asking where would he play?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's
Are they going small? Are they going small again?
They're going small. That's we're a small ball team, yo.
Yo, I'll take it, bro. Hampton, I'll take him, man.
His dunk. Woo.
He had 2 dunks like that in the season. He baptized Eddie Osman first.
He has potential, man.
Yeah, definitely.
He needs minutes.
I wish Halliburton, bro, if we could have got our hands on him.
Nasty.
Sacramento?
Tyrese.
Yeah.
We could do a trade with Sacramento, send Kyle Lowry to them and try to get Halliburton.
Oh, Buddy Hield and Halliburton?
They won't do that.
I know they wouldn't. But that would
They'll probably do Buddy Hield.
Yeah, I think Buddy Hield needs a new
environment.
Scenario, yeah.
Him and Marvin Bagley for Kyle Lowry?
They wouldn't do that.
They wouldn't do it? They wanted Markham. I wouldn't. I was going to say Markham Bagley. Marvin Bagley. His dad wants him out of Sacramento, bro.
Word.
I mean, I wouldn't mind Bagley, honestly.
I'm settled on this already. I got the Denver package is the one to go.
Yeah,
That's hands down. I can't even say it now. Like, I love Philly, like the package, but overall, bro, like that, no.
Denver, I forgot Denver has the most.
They have the assets. They have the assets. And Gary Harris is no slouch. He's a little injury prone, but he plays solid defense.
Yeah, good too. He'll fit us.
100%. Well, those are teams. Yeah, I think that's it, right? Those are the main teams. I don't any other team.
There's only those 5 teams that we both mentioned. Those are the teams that I've seen.
If we can bring back DeRozan,
I'll be done. I'll be done with DeRozan.
Keep the team intact and get us back to how it used to be for a couple more years. And he doesn't have to worry about having the workload. Him and Larry don't have to anymore because OG, Pascal, and Fred.
Pascal has gone up now. Ever since DeMar left, Pascal just started emerging, right? When DeMar was on the team.
OG put in some work during that season, that last year DeRozan was here when they played Washington and even Cleveland. He was hitting some big-time shots back then, too. But yeah, all right. Any final thoughts? I'm saying Denver.
I'm saying Denver or Philly, one of the two.
Yeah, Philly or Denver.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna say Denver as well. But now, I don't know. We'll see. Denver. If we RJ Hampton.
But I don't see. I just don't see why they would trade for Larry though. That's the only thing.
I mean, because they have Jamal Murray and Jokic, and they put Larry at the shooting guard position. That brings a championship experience for them. Some teams just need that final person to jump, on the roster. Yeah. Bro, like I know for us it was Kawhi Leonard, and he's a superstar for sure. But Kawhi Leonard's not winning that championship without Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet. Like you could say as much as you want about him carrying the team the first 2 series. I mean, you could say Pascal carried the team as much as Kawhi did in that first Orlando series. In the Philly, it was all Kawhi. We can't debate that.
Yeah.
But in the Milwaukee series, if Fred VanVleet and Lowry didn't play the way they did,
we would have lost.
We would have lost for sure. And Lowry, even the first game, even though they lost it because Brook Lopez, had a out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
Lowry dropped 30 that game, and it's just unfortunate we lost. But we had the lead the most of that game.
Mm-hmm.
But we came out 1-4 straight, won that series, and then in the Golden State series, Lowry and VanVleet and Pascal, bro. Everyone chipped in.
For sure.
Serge Ibaka on the road. bro.
Yeah, everyone stepped up.
As much as people want to talk shit and say Kawhi was like the reason, bro, that
No,
was,
everyone
that
else.
was
It
without
was a team effort.
if one of those pieces went down or if one of those pieces weren't on our roster, we wouldn't have won the championship. Obviously, obviously with the luck of Golden State's main players going down too, but
KD going down, yeah.
but their first championship when they went against LeBron,
Kyrie was out, right? I think Kyrie
LeBron
was.
lost Kyrie in the first game with the fractured
And
kneecap.
Love.
Kevin Love went out in the Boston series with the popped shoulder, with a
Yeah.
dislocated shoulder. So like these things happen, injuries happen. So it is what it is. I'm not taking away from anything from that championship. I love that championship.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, that's gonna do it for now. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. We're gonna come back with another video later on today. Oh, actually, we're not, because the Raptors and Chicago Bulls have been postponed. There is no late night recap tonight.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
what happened though?
I think-
Because of COVID?
Yeah, I think I don't even think they should have played the last game, to be honest. Like I'm
Yeah.
surprised they were able to play that.
Because Siakam got it, right? Contact tracing.
Siakam and the coaches, right?
Mm.
So this is the first game Raptors have had, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, postponed. Yeah.
That's actually pretty good. I mean, we almost made it to the All-Star break without any issues.
I think we jinxed it, right? We jinxed it. We were talking about it in an earlier podcast about it.
Were we?
Yeah, I think
I
we
think
did.
so. Yeah.
I think you might be
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
No, don't say that. We have to play a couple more games before the All-Star break. But yeah, like I said, appreciate everyone for tuning in. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And, let us know in the comment section if you have any more videos you want us to do. And, we obviously are going to get more into these trade talks once the deadline comes around full circle. I believe it's not March 26th or 7th. I think it's March 25th.
Yeah.
Move there.
I think it's 25th or 26th. I think.
Yes, I think it's 18 days after the All-Star Day.
Yeah.
Because All-Star Day is on March 7th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think it's on March 25th. But yeah, till then. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry.
You good? You good?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
All right, well, till then, stay blessed, stay woke, and please stay safe. Peace.